we actually might be talking about in this movie 2 women who were playing him for a fool. Because what if Angela's whole thing was, I'm going to be cool with his partner? Because dudes do it all the time.
Oh, constantly.
It was a jump cut type. It was like jumping too fast.
Yeah, right.
Because you were just on Jacqueline.
Exactly.
All of a sudden you in love with a whole nother person?
Right, that quick, right.
Fast.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? My name is Chris Ellis, and this is the main ingredient with Chris Ellis. Today, I'm here with the homie Trae Beauchamp, and we're here talking about the movie 1992 smash blockbuster Boomerang. How you doing, Trae?
What's going on, brother?
You ready to talk about it, man?
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you for having me here, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you being here, man.
Definitely.
We ain't hooked up in a minute.
It's been a minute, brother.
It's time to get it back going.
For sure.
So let's get into it. Boomerang, 1992, directed by Reginald Hudlin, story by Eddie Murphy, starring Eddie Murphy as Marcus Graham, Robin Givens as Jacqueline Broyer, Halle Berry as Angela Lewis, David Alan Grier as Gerard, Martin Lawrence as Tyler, Grace Jones as Helen Strange, Eartha Kitt as Lady Eloise, Chris Rock as Boney T, and Layla Rashawn, the sexy Layla Rashawn, is Christy. Yes, the movie, like I said, the movie was done in 1992. It had a budget of $40 million, and it made $131 million at the box office.
Says a lot.
So it was a hit. Even that's a hit back then.
Blockbuster back then
for a black movie.
Yeah, for real.
That's major. That's major. How did you feel about watching this when it first came out compared to recently watching it?
Wow, that's a great question, man. Back in the day when I first watched it, to be honest, I just liked the premise of the movie. Just looked like a player doing his thing. You know what I mean? You didn't really. I was 92. I think about 92. I was 15, maybe. You know what I mean? So it was a different time in your life. So you're just looking at what's going on as far as the movie and player having a good time doing what he do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just a fun movie. You know what I mean? Eddie Murphy was the man.
He was.
You know what I mean? Especially in 92. You know what I mean?
Coming off all that Beverly Hills Cop stuff.
Right. Beverly Hills Cop. Then you got Halle Berry.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Robin Givens. A young Martin Lawrence.
Yes.
You know what I mean? David Alan Grier. All these players that we grew up watching. You know what I mean? Back then, they were in a heyday. You know what I mean? So it was just a great movie to watch. You know what I mean? It was just awesome cast, funny. You know what I mean? A lot of sexual energy. You know what I mean? Just fun. You know what I mean? Back then, it was just a great movie. Something that entertained us as a community and our culture. You know what I mean? And it was great, man. It was just a fun movie back then.
When I watched it back then, I was 92. I was 20.
Right.
So I was kind of moving and grooving, had my own apartment and stuff. So
yeah, you were more on that level.
I was more older, so I can I was kind of understanding what the movie was actually about and stuff like that.
Right.
But it was refreshing to see all those black faces.
Right.
And, see a movie where it was like, smart writing, you know, screenplay was written right. And it just wasn't, we had a lot of ratchet shit back then.
Yeah, we did.
We had a lot of hood shit, a lot of ghetto shit, good stuff. Yeah, bro. You know, we had the Boys in the Hood, the Menace and all that stuff.
Great movies.
But it was more hood related.
Exactly.
And this was more executive related.
A little more sophisticated.
It was very sophisticated.
Right.
It wasn't, the black culture appreciated it, but I think they appreciate it more now.
Now they do because they're old. They know what it's like now. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Back then, it was a little different because we haven't really seen anything like that.
Nothing.
You know what I mean? So it was kind of the whole thing was just like, damn, you see successful black people actually doing stuff without, like you said, there's no drug involvement, none of that. They're just just a regular society making money, living like they're supposed to, and doing things like that and living life. You know what I mean?
Living life. Yeah. So let's get into it. So we got the opening scene where Marcus, he walks through the office like he does every morning.
Yeah.
It's hundreds of ladies.
Yes.
They on his heels. They own him. They on his head.
He's a player of all players, man, at the time. You know what I mean? He just, it exudes off of him. As soon as he walks in the building, every female in the building takes, double take. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
it's something about a man like that for every female in the building to be on like that. Plus, he's an executive,
Yeah.
black man in this black facility with all these black women. You know, they're drawing the power as it is.
Yeah.
He's
But that
guy.
that opening, what I like about the opening scene, it kind of lets you know that he is him.
Yeah.
He walks in there.
Exactly. That's
I'm that dude.
Exactly.
Cause they literally not talking about nobody else in the office but him.
But him. So, yeah. Well, he doing what he
He's that
doing.
dude.
Yeah, he's
and he young and he handsome and he got the bread. He got the smarts to have a job like that.
all of it.
Like I like how they established that he's
Right.
the man.
Right.
From
And
the very beginning.
They let that be known from the gate.
They let it be known from the gate. All these beautiful black faces, but
Right.
he's the man.
Right.
And then after that first opening scene, he goes to meet up with his buddies, Tyler and Gerard, which is Martin Lawrence and David Alan Grier.
sir. Yes,
and they
sir.
talking about women as they always do.
Right.
And Martin is saying one-liners and David Alan Grier is saying one-liners, but they're more cracking jokes on David Alan Grier's character because he's more, I guess, like
Kind of
squarish.
You know what I mean? Yeah, he's a little square, a little bit. You know what I mean? But you always have one of them in the group.
You always got one of them.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But Martin like came out straight, was like, you don't get no pussy.
You're right. Pretty much. And it rubbed his ass the completely wrong way after that.
He didn't like that. He didn't like that at all. He was like, man, y'all ain't got to get on me like that. I like taking it slow.
Right.
That's what
Hey,
he said.
man. You do what you do. But you around a couple of players right here, and then, you know, they like to get active quickly.
Yeah, they like to get active quickly. So while they're talking,
Right.
the beautiful, super sexy Layla Rashawn walks by. Marcus sees her through the window
Yes, sir.
with her dog. Yeah, and then you get the roof.
Right.
And her character's name is Christy.
Right.
So he goes outside, buys a leash from a couple
He is
to
a
act
wild
like that's
boy.
savage,
He's
bro.
a wild boy.
That's
He's a wild boy.
He said $20 for the leash, and the dude
Right.
look at her like, "Fool, you better give me
Get
that."
that money.
So he walks around yelling out Rufus or whatever the dog name is.
Right.
And so she hears him. She stops. She's kind of gullible. You could tell.
Super gullible.
She's kind of gullible. And matter of fact, what I noticed is like the character that she plays in this, she was kind of dingy like that in Harlem Nights.
Yeah.
Which is another Eddie Murphy
Sunshine,
movie.
yeah. You're right.
And I feel like he told her to be the same person.
Yeah. Cause it seemed like she was still in the clouds.
She was in the Cause I'm listening to her talk and she was talking like she was talking to a baby.
Right.
And I'm like, that's how she was talking in Harlem Nights.
Gold star for Marcus.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, she's special.
Yeah. Same type of attitude though.
So he plays her. He gets her they exchange numbers.
Right.
They eventually meet up. They have sex, you know,
Knock him down.
and he does the foot check.
Yep.
So we all know about that was one of the big scenes back then. Like
Man.
he checked her foot. He checked her feet, pulled the covers back, pulled the sheets back, her feet. He said it looked like hammer time.
Hammer time, boy. It was hammer time.
She had the knuckles.
Yes. It was ugly down there. He was like, nah, that's a wrap.
He wasn't having, but what was weird was that like he said one thing I paid attention to. He said, he's looking for a woman of perfection.
Right.
He wasn't in the beginning. He wasn't really about what was on the inside.
Right.
He wanted perfection on the outside.
Right. It's all service level shit.
It was all service level. When he saw the feet, he was like, oh, she's not perfect.
Right. You got all this, but your feet ain't right.
Right.
I know. I ain't mad at him. I feel him. I don't want no ugly dogs either.
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
sure.
just saying, but goddamn.
But feet is something you can get worked on.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm like, you gonna throw her whole body away for the feet?
We can figure that out.
Yeah. I'm like, Marcus, you tripping, dude.
But that's that egotistical shit. That's just in his
Right.
head, you know.
And that kind of showed how Marcus might have been kind of insecure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because that's kind of an insecure dude.
Yeah, indeed.
To be tripping over something that small.
I like you real talk, because she had embodied everything else that you wanted.
She had everything else that you
everything else,
wanted.
but you worried about the feet. Come on, bro. We can fix that.
It's almost like a grown man seeing a beautiful woman. She take off her clothes. She got stretch marks. And
Right.
you tripping over the stretch marks.
Come on now.
You ain't looking at nothing else on her body but stretch marks. It's
You
like,
just getting a little too particular
you
now.
getting too
know what I mean?
particular.
Like, come on now.
none of us are perfect.
Nobody's perfect out here. Stop playing games, man. She got everything else you need.
She got everything
Come on.
else.
But nah, I feel it.
So then it gets to, Marcus gets on the elevator. No, before he gets on the elevator, he sees Jacqueline.
Yes.
He sees Jacqueline.
Yes.
And she takes his breath away. She's beautiful.
She was bad.
They throw it in slow motion.
Yeah.
The hair
Give her a
blowing.
double take. Boom, boom.
Double take. That was a dope shot.
Yeah, it
Too.
was. It was.
They do the double take.
Yeah.
You know, they get the close up on the lips. I'm
Right.
like, ooh, she look kind of bad for
Flipping her
now.
around and shit like
For
damn.
2024, she looked good.
No, she was bad. She was bad. I ain't gonna lie.
Like, damn.
Jacqueline was bad back then.
She was bad. So
yeah.
he runs up to her. He says a weak line. She laughs at him.
Right.
and then they get on the elevator and they press the same button.
Exactly.
And they find out that they going to the same spot. But what Marcus didn't know is that Jacqueline's company bought out his company.
Exactly.
So now she's his boss.
Exactly.
He finds out that Lady Eloise played him.
Exactly.
Lady Eloise got some dick.
Yep.
And lied to him saying that she was going to put him in a position.
And she didn't run nothing.
And she didn't run Jacqueline was like, she don't even run the company.
Just her name.
It's just her name. It's ran by some dudes in Paris.
Right. Exactly. She got nothing to do with nothing.
She don't have no control. And then he finds out that's play number one. He got played right there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
He got played right there.
That was a tough one to swallow too,
That was a tough one because Eartha was probably about 70 back then.
Jesus Christ.
R.I.P. Eartha Kitt. R.I.P. Eartha Kitt.
Yes.
But Eartha Kitt was a cougar. We would have called her a cougar.
Indeed, definitely, boy. He said, turn the lights off.
Can you get it any darker?
Can you get it any darker?
Oh, that was hella funny.
Need no lights, man. I don't want to see nothing.
No, that was hella funny. But Eartha, but what it showed me was that Jacqueline, Eartha Kitt's character, Lady Eloise, was just an older version of Jacqueline.
Indeed.
That would be Jacqueline in 30 years, 40 years.
Right.
Because the mentality was the same.
Yeah, indeed it was.
And she still think about it.
Right. And she trying to get to that level.
She trying to get to that level.
Yeah, real
and
shit.
she gonna be playing men the same way Lady Eloise did that.
Jesus Christ.
So it was kind of like, ooh.
Yeah, she had on that path.
So now we get to a part where they have the big company event where they announce Strange and the new fragrance and stuff like that. So they got Lady Eloise up there, Strange, Marcus, Jacqueline, Marcus's friends are there, Gerard and Tyler. We meet Strange. She gets dropped down out of a helicopter.
In a box. In a big ass box. in the middle of the goddamn party, out the sky.
People like, what the fuck is this?
Bruh, out the fucking sky. In the box.
And then they open the box. She's on a chariot.
Yes.
Being carried by white guys that are naked.
4 white horsemen.
4 white horsemen. Ain't that some shit?
And she whooping their ass as she takes off on a chariot.
Oh my God.
Hey, that whole scene is, every time I watch it, I just crack the hell up, man. It's just so much symbolism and shit that goes through my mind, and I see this shit.
It's
hilarious.
And now that we talking about it, I forgot about that was another, that was some more white people that was actually in it.
Yeah, right. That was other white people. Yeah,
that was the other white people I forgot about because they ain't but like 8 people in the whole movie.
Right. That's it though.
And for those who don't know and maybe weren't old enough to know, Grace Jones, who played Helen Strange, was a mega star back in the day.
Superstar.
She was a superstar.
Back in the 1900s,
Superstar. She had hit records.
Right.
She was in movies.
Right.
Like, she was the
big.
shit. She was big.
Yeah, she was huge.
She was huge. So I want people to understand when they go back, go do the history on Grace Jones. Grace Jones was for real
she
star.
Was a mega star.
Yeah. He didn't put her in this movie for nothing.
No, for real. And she played the hell out that role too, boy.
Played the hell out that role.
Man, when they in the, we'll get to that.
Right.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What was weird about this event was Marcus already knows at this point in time that Jacqueline is his boss.
Right.
They work together.
Right.
This motherfucker's still trying to fuck her.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck though.
He don't even care, man.
He got a mission to conquer. His mission is to knock this shit down.
Dude.
He's gonna conquer that mission at all costs.
This is your boss. You know this is your boss.
And she already told you. She's like, listen, I don't do that with my employees.
She said that.
She told him, she said, I just don't do it.
She said that.
And then nigga said, I quit. She was like, you can't quit. I need you.
She needs him. Which is so weird because in 2024, your ass will be in HR and suspended so fast trying to get with your boss?
1900s is a lot different.
Oh my
brother.
God.
Different time.
Different times.
For real.
Super different. Like even if we even go back to the first scene, it was either the first scene or the second scene when he was in the office.
Right.
And how he was looking at the women.
Yeah.
You can't even look at women in the office like that. Like look them up and down like, oh.
Right.
You can't do none of that no more.
That's That's ancient times, brother.
That's ancient times.
Yeah.
You will go to HR just for looking at a coworker the wrong, like if they say you made me feel uncomfortable.
Right. That's all
it's a wrap. You in HR right there.
That's all it takes. You know what I mean? Any type of uncomfortable vibes, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. They be like, we heard you out there double taking.
Yeah, right.
You're going to need to stop double taking.
Right.
Take a quick glance of 3 seconds.
Keep it moving.
We only doing glances in his office.
Different time, like you said, though, man.
Different times, man.
Yeah.
So Marcus invites, after the party, after the big celebration, the Strong's Day celebration, Marcus invites Jacqueline over to his house to have a business dinner.
Right.
When he really trying to smash.
That's all he's trying to do.
Once again, he's back trying to smash.
Player gonna play, man. Player is gonna play. That's what he gonna do. He can't help it. He in the game, you know. He's trying to get this shit over with.
Jacqueline comes over.
Mm-hmm.
He takes like 15 seconds to open the door.
Right.
And for those who don't know, that's how players used to do. You don't rush to the door.
You got to give a little delay in the game.
You don't answer the phone as soon as it rings.
Nah.
You let it ring for a while because you don't want to seem desperate.
Some real player shit.
That's a player 101.
Right.
Don't ever let them see you sweat.
Take it easy.
Yeah,
man.
take it easy.
Relax.
So he opens the door. She comes in. They have a nice little talk. They have dinner and stuff like that. He finds out that she's a Knicks fan.
Right.
They was watching the Knicks and Jordan and
it
was playing the Bulls.
Right.
And it pissed him off.
Uh-huh.
But she wasn't paying attention to nothing he was really trying to do.
She was watching Mike.
She was watching Mike. Matter of fact, she's like, Marcus, could you go give me a beer?
Exactly.
Simply to get a beer.
Hey, for me, we all in now. We have to watch Mike, and tonight we having a good night in my mind. Shit.
Yeah.
But not in Marcus' mind.
Well, you could tell Marcus was such a ladies' man that he wasn't actually. He was definitely one of the dudes who would not be watching sports.
Right. Nah.
Even if he wasn't with a chick, he wasn't sitting at home watching sports.
That's not his thing.
That was not his thing because he was not interested in sports at all.
Nah, he was just trying to knock him down, man.
Had he been on the real player, shit, he would have played like he liked sports.
Right.
Just to have a bond with her. Because if you've seen the female is loving sports, maybe that's your end game right there.
Right. And that's easy.
That's easy.
Come on, that's Mike. And you talking about New York. We in New York, you know what I mean? To play in the Knicks.
Let me take you to a game. Let's go to a game.
Exactly.
You know, you could have got some ass on the game tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's a different player shit. He wasn't on that though.
So Marcus gets mad, obviously, because they didn't have sex.
Right.
You know, he gets mad and then he has another get together with his fellas.
Uh-huh.
And I think they exercise or whatever.
They're working out. Yeah.
And they crack more jokes on David Alan Grier's character, Gerard.
He still ain't getting no pussy.
He still ain't getting no ass. And then Martin says that Jacqueline must be gay.
Yeah, right. Because you ain't hit that shit yet.
And Marcus hits him first time out every time.
Right.
So he was like, she must be gay. And then it fades out with Marcus saying, no, it's just going to take a little bit more time.
Right.
He understood that it's going to take a little bit more time.
She's a little more, she's
more
class.
sophisticated, high class. She might be playing the same games too.
Right. And he kind of meeting his match a little bit. You know what I mean? He's
meeting his match.
So he got to go a little harder.
He's meeting his match. And what I like about the movie is that they're kind of, you see the scales teetering.
Yeah, right.
Definitely. Oh, you ain't got as much power as you think, Marcus.
Exactly.
She kind of got you.
Right. Yeah. You gonna have to put in a little more work, brother.
You gonna have to put in some work.
Right.
She wants to do the same thing to you want to do to her.
Exactly.
But you ain't about to get it as easy as you got it with Christy, with Layla Rashawn.
She ain't them. You know what I mean?
She not them.
She a little different.
You don't get a gold star. Messing with Jack.
Not that. You're like, good luck, bro. How about that?
Jacqueline invites Marcus on a business trip to New Orleans.
Yeah.
They go to New Orleans. Matter of fact, it's all three of them. Angela, Jacqueline, and Marcus.
Yep, they all went.
Somehow Marcus ends up sitting next to Angela.
Yep, on the flight there.
On the flight.
Yeah.
Angela says something to the fact of, I know you kind of crushing on Jacqueline.
Feeling her a little bit.
You feeling her. And I get it. And Marcus kind of starts seeing like, oh, you paying attention to what we got going on over here, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And that's when I kind of figured like, okay, this is about to be the next love story. Cause she really paying attention.
She crushing on him. You can see it. You know
she crushing on him big.
She is. I mean, cause like as you said, he is the man. So obviously she's seeing the type of shit he's doing with her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the way he's feeling about her, and they working close to each other.
Yeah.
In proximity. You know what I mean? So it's hard not to. He's that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and she bad too.
She bad too.
You know what I mean?
She bad too. At one point, Angela told him, like, if I was a dude,
right,
I'd be messing with Jacqueline too.
Exactly.
So she knew how fine Jacqueline
optics,
was.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, just the optics.
She fine.
She fine. She's successful.
Right.
Elegant. Right. Like I said, she's really like a younger version of Lady Eloise.
Indeed.
Just a younger version.
Right.
So they go on a trip. They go on the New Orleans trip. They basically have sex.
Yeah, he knocked him down finally.
He knocked him down, or she knocked him down.
Yeah, well, yeah, she wasn't his. She was in control of this whole situation.
She was controlling, to be honest, whole situation.
Yeah, and he just got sucked in like, all right, like a vacuum. He took that shit like fuck it.
All the games they was playing,
right?
All she had to say was this one thing: Marcus, come over here.
You're right. That's it.
It was over
when they was on the dance floor. He was fucking with her a little bit. You know what I mean? And she started like, hold on, okay, you know what? Time to go.
Yeah.
That's all she said.
She controlled that whole situation.
The whole shit. Like, all right, time to go. Let's go.
Yeah.
He like, all right, like a puppy. Like, nigga, let's go.
She controlled that. He didn't even say nothing like, no, I'm going to hang out here and try to knock something else down.
Nah.
He was like, okay.
Let's go, baby.
So they walked.
Yeah.
Went to the hotel. All she had to do was say, Marcus, come here. They start kissing. It gets to cracking.
It's a wrap.
What I did not expect was for her to control the sexual situation.
Yeah. And he didn't expect that either, though.
He didn't expect that either.
Nah. he allowed that shit to happen, though. You know what I mean? So he went ahead and said, fuck it.
Let it happen.
He kind of bitched up a little bit. Like, you know what? I've been waiting for this shit for so long. I finally got it. And, you know, he let her take she took the upper hand after that.
Yes.
She did. You know what I mean? So that was on him, though. Ain't no player shit, but it happens, though.
No, it happens.
And what can you do? Especially when you finally accomplish something that you've been trying to do for a minute.
Yeah.
And she made your ass work for it a little bit harder than anybody else did.
Yeah.
At least in your recent type of shit. You know what I mean? So.
But what I saw from her side was like sometimes you think you got the pussy.
Right.
But she really got the dick.
She did. Indeed.
She played you the whole time.
That's what I'm saying.
And some women can make you feel like you had the advantage. They played you the whole time.
Exactly.
Bro.
And that realization, though. Once you start realizing that shit, like, damn, because now, nigga, you chasing her.
You chasing her.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean?
You chasing her.
Right.
It even got to the point to like after the New Orleans trip, they go back to the office. Mm-hmm. He trying to kiss up on her in the office.
Yeah, like, hold on, bro. You doing a little too much now. You know what I mean?
She like, New Orleans was New Orleans, man.
And
we gotta leave that there.
Right.
You can tell from the look on his face. He didn't understand what she was trying to say.
Nah. He was thrown off because he thought
he thought
it was good now. Like, we knocked it, you know, now we can be, you know, she like, nah, bro.
Yeah, she wanted to keep business.
Exactly.
One of the characteristics about her that I liked is like she understood business is business and personal was personal.
Exactly.
Marcus never understood that.
Nah, because he kept all that shit together.
He kept it all. He played in the office.
That's what I'm saying. So how can you not? I mean, that was his lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but then you got to realize the caliber of woman you're dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is a different caliber of woman. This ain't,
for sure.
This ain't none of them. You know what I mean? This is a little different, bro. You got to treat it as such.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he wasn't prepared for that. So. But like I said, she knew what she was doing. Women is sharp. We know that.
Super sharp.
Especially a woman like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She know what the hell she doing.
Super sharp.
Like, I got this nigga. You know what I mean? You know? And he fell right into her shit, nigga. I mean? But,
super sharp. I want to say the first time they had sex was the time when he was like, he put his thumb in his mouth. I gotta call my mama.
Right.
Oh my God, bro. She had you like that? You gotta call your mama?
He did do that.
You forgot about that with us.
He did.
He put his thumb in his mouth and said, I got to call my mom.
Oh, shit.
I said, oh, she got him.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, my God. Which let me know that she had the upper hand the whole time.
For sure.
She knew her bedroom skills was probably going to get him acting just how he was acting.
Yeah, he was bitching up in that thing, bro. Oh, man, I forgot about that.
Damn. He said, I got to call my mom.
Yeah, he did. Nigga started sucking his thumb and everything.
Sucking his thumb like a baby. Like a baby. I was like,
oh, that's hilarious, man.
Robin Givens' sex game was so good, he had to call his mom. She then had the super upper hand.
Yeah.
At that point, it was like, okay, I can kind of play with this dude however I want to play with him.
Right. And
to where the next day when he was trying to kiss up on her, she She told him what it was, pushed him off. Right. But then she said, we can hook up again when I check my schedule.
Exactly.
3 weeks later.
Right. And he couldn't take that shit.
Man, that fool was, he was lost.
Like, super lost.
He was like, 3 weeks?
Yeah, right. He was in his feelings, too, though. He couldn't even help it. I'm like, this nigga, he over here stressing like the phone calls, like every phone call that ring, like, hello, Jacqueline? Like, this nigga, like, what are you doing, bro? You only got it one time.
You only got it one time.
Come on. I mean, you only got it one time.
And honestly, I feel like when he had sex, the sex was so good to him, it put him in simp mode immediately.
It must have been. Man, because, bro, the way he was acting, nigga, he was on some other shit. I'm like,
he went from pimp to simp immediately.
Quick, man. But that again, that says a lot about who he really is, though. You know what I mean? How it changes. His character changes a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Based upon sexual experiences that he feel like he conquered or tried to conquer. You know what I mean?
Right.
And end up, nah, nigga, she conquered your ass. It wasn't what you thought was going to happen. That's not the way it worked out. You know what I mean? Because now your ass fiending for her ass all day. She don't give a fuck about you, to be honest with you.
She don't.
She doing her own thing.
She don't. She more of a savage than he ever was.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what people need to understand.
That's my point. So he over here bitched up behind her, nigga. She doing her thing.
Jacqueline was more, if Marcus was on 10, Jacqueline was on 15 on savage mode.
Easy. On the real.
Easy.
Right.
And she had an on and off switch. We in New Orleans, it's on and cracking. We get back to the off, it's off.
It's a wrap. Right. and he ain't used to that. You know what I mean?
He was never used to that.
But that's the thing though. That's the point about the thing. It's you know, you get what you give sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes we gonna see how you deal with it.
Yeah.
And look, we get to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's, I kind of like, that's why I really liked the term boomerang.
Right.
Because some people would consider what we saw in this movie karma. But that wasn't really karma.
No.
It was a boomerang.
Exactly.
What you threw out came
right back.
Right back.
Right back. Same shit.
It came right back.
Right back.
And it was quick too.
In a real way. Right.
Yeah, in a real way. And it was quick.
Right.
It knocked him off his game. He didn't know what to do.
Oh man. If it wasn't for him ended up, you know, moving on with Angela, then he would have really been lost.
He would have been super lost.
Super lost.
He might have been suicidal.
For real. Because
who didn't know what to do.
Because he never experienced that before though. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because normally for him, if he knocks something down, it's like, that's my territory now. I run that. You know what I mean?
He never took an L before.
Nah.
When it came to women, probably in life.
Yeah.
He was so successful.
Right.
He might not never took an L ever in his life.
And it showed, you know what I mean? Because he didn't know how to deal with it.
No,
you know what I mean?
How to deal with it all.
He really didn't. And that's understandable though, because if you never been through that type of shit before, then of course it's foreign to you. So you're going to feel some type of way and try to get through it. But he just, to me, went the wrong direction. You know what I mean? He started simping a little bit too hard.
He started simping.
You got to grab your nuts, man, and realize who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
You still are Marcus, nigga. You run this shit. He realized it after he went through what he had to go through to get there. You know what I mean? But still, it just took a little minute.
During all this, he had introduced Angela to Gerard.
Right.
And they started hanging out.
Indeed.
But from the very beginning, I was like, she ain't really liking Gerard like that.
I mean,
Angela really is kind of just settling for him.
Right.
But for Gerard, that's a dime piece to him.
Oh, for sure. Because she's bad. I mean,
she bad.
Yeah. I mean, Halle Berry is Halle Berry. I mean, but like you said, Gerard, she was, I mean, just keeping it real, she was a little above his level.
She was.
And, you know, just to be keeping it a buck because of the type of character he was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was very square. You know what I mean? He wasn't ready for that type of, you know, that's a baddie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you know,
even though they tried to make her seem like she was more of a tomboyish homegirl.
Trying to give her that
she's
vibe.
Still a baddie.
That's Halle Berry. I don't give a damn what you try to do.
Yeah. She's still matter of fact, she's such a baddie that in that one scene with the parents, the mother said she looked like one of Marcus's girls.
Indeed. She said that. Exactly.
That was made. That was a gem right there.
That part.
She looked like one of Marcus's girls.
Exactly.
That's how good she looked to another woman.
Exactly. So mama saying that type of shit, then you know. So, but still, like you said, she was a little much for him, but she was willing to give him a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why not? You know what I mean?
She was willing to give him a chance.
He cool. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with him. And he's a good dude. He got a good job. You know what I mean? He's doing his thing.
He was a nice guy.
Yeah, right. And
he was a nice guy.
And that's exactly what he was, sir.
Yeah.
He was a nice guy.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. He was as country as his parents was.
Yeah.
He's more cultured.
Yeah.
Like he was looking at art with her and stuff like that. I felt like she looked at him like he could possibly be boyfriend material.
Right.
But there's no sexual energy, no sexual chemistry between the two.
No, it wasn't.
She wasn't feeling him like she was feeling Marcus.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You could tell that was a different vibe completely.
It was a whole different vibe.
And that came out blatantly on Thanksgiving. So
yes. But before we get there, so 3 weeks after they smashed New Orleans, he sets up the next day.
The next day, yes.
He got tickets to like a concert or play or something.
It was a play. Yeah, it was a play they were going to somewhere downtown, one of the theaters down there. Yeah.
She showed up like 2-3 hours late. They missed the play. Dinner was cold. He was acting like He was acting like a little bitch, man.
He was losing his shit. He was losing his shit.
When she finally showed up in a trench coat, he had an attitude.
Oh man, he was pissed off.
He was mad. I spent $200 on those tickets
right.
and blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself like, but bruh, she right in front of you now.
She made it.
You need to stop tripping.
You gotta relax.
Go ahead and get them yams.
Right. This is what the fuck you been waiting for, right? You know what I mean? Did you really want to go to the show anyway? Or were you waiting for this part right here? You know what I mean?
You didn't even want to go to the show.
Nigga, she's here now. Let her ass the fuck in. You know what I mean?
And do what you gotta do.
Let her apologize.
Matter of fact, it's easier now because dinner's already ruined. Right. So you don't need to go to dinner now.
Right.
Straight to the bedroom.
Right. And she ain't got shit on, nigga.
She don't have nothing
She wants to apologize to you. Let her in.
Let her in. She was getting ready to leave. Like, bro, until he was like, well, wait, hold on. He had to catch himself.
Yeah.
I don't want to be too stupid.
Yeah, right.
Let this go out the door.
Yeah, but he be in his feelings, man. That's the problem. You gotta get out that shit.
Marcus was definitely in his feelings the entire movie. Even though he was trying to be a player.
Yeah, right. He was trying hard.
In his feelings.
A lot.
The entire movie.
Especially when it came to Jacqueline. I mean,
when it came to her, yeah.
I mean, he couldn't help it. You know what I mean? And I get it as a man. He's always somebody, you know what I mean? That you, there's something about him that captivates your ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that happens, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I guess that was his kryptonite.
Yeah.
Him, you know what I mean? So I get it, but it's, again, you don't know how you're going to deal with that situation until you get into it, you know what I mean? And for him, it was rough.
It was rough.
It was rough.
You know?
And
like I said, I don't feel like Marcus has ever took an L.
Nah.
And that was his first L and he just didn't know how to process it.
Yeah, right.
And his partners, they such suckers, they couldn't even help him get through it.
Nah, because they ain't been through it themselves
they ain't
either.
been through it.
Nah, they ain't been through none of that shit yet. So, you know.
They was always making jokes like Marcus always gets the baddies, Marcus always get the best girls. So they don't even know how it is to be on Marcus's level of women. Right. So they can't even help him through the process.
No, they can't. Because they ain't got no chicks.
They ain't got nobody.
Well, yeah, it's an interesting dynamic, man. It really is.
So after they smash, a pivotal point is she leaves $200 on the dresser.
Oh, yeah.
That's big pimping.
She a cold piece of work for that, boy. She a cold piece for that, boy.
That's big pimping right there.
Shit, she's like, nigga, here go your money for them tickets too. Nigga.
That's big pimping. He woke up and was like, where you going? He's like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Left the 200 on the dresser.
And dip.
And was out.
Some player
Had
shit.
the fool clutching the sheets like this. And that was the moment for anybody watching the movie. That was the Boomerang moment.
Yeah.
I just got played.
For real.
I think that's when that's why he was clutching the sheets the way he was. He's like, oh shit, I'm the woman now.
Right. Look at me, nigga. I'm bitching up in my own bed. This bitch just let me $200 on my shit and dipped out on me.
Which means she never forgot about the beginning of the conversation when you were yelling about the $200.
Right.
She didn't forget that $200.
Right. Cause you made that an issue.
Yeah.
to begin with. Like, first thing out your mouth was, I spent my $200 on these tickets. Oh, she heard that loud and clear.
She heard that
nigga.
clear.
Like, oh, is that right? We bitch be talking about $200? Okay.
Yeah. We're going to eliminate the money aspect and I'm going to get you back that $200.
Right. I got you $200, nigga. I
just wore you out. Got a little stress relief and got your $200 back. Right. I don't want to hear nothing from you now.
Right. Peace.
Oh my God.
She was a player though, boy.
Bounced out on him.
Man, she was a cold piece.
So we get to once again, another business dinner. This time is Jacqueline, Marcus, and Strange.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that business dinner. We know about that scene.
Mercy.
So Jacqueline has to go to the bathroom, to the ladies' room.
Yes.
Strange pushes up on Marcus and says that Jacqueline had told her that he moves his ass very well in bed.
Moves his ass very well in bed.
Exactly those words.
That nigga said, what? You and Jacqueline talk about my ass in bed. What the hell is going on here?
Talks.
Yeah, having conversations.
Which means Jacqueline was running that mouth.
Oh, for sure. She blabbering.
She blabbering. Which means who else she done told?
Right. Oh, all them chicks in the office knew.
200 women in the office.
They was all laughing at his ass and he was walking through that place. I mean, it was awful. But yeah. But Strange.
So Strange basically was like, well, I'm pushing up too then.
Right.
If you giving up the draws like that, we all gonna share.
Right. I need some action too.
Yeah.
And she was prepared, boy. She was serious about it, boy. Strange and no draws on.
Strange was a fool.
Oh
man.
my God.
Strange was a fool. I like the fact that when he tried to flip it and say, when she was like, what are you, gay? He was like, oh yeah, I am gay. She was like, no, you're not gay. He's gay.
Yeah.
And he's gay. Started pointing people out in the restaurant.
And then she said, you're not gay. You just don't want to fuck me. How you gonna turn this pussy down?
Oh my God. Could you stop saying pussy? Pussy.
Oh, man.
Everybody turning around. Like it was some embarrassing shit.
That's one of the most classic scenes ever though, man. And the movie.
That is a classic scene.
That shit was that's just poetry, just watching that whole shit.
Yeah.
It's just so real. She's like, pussy here, pussy. I mean, just.
Then he go turn around and say, she trying to find a cat.
Right.
In a restaurant, nigga.
Come on, that shit was hilarious. Though. I love that scene, man.
It almost feels like that scene, I'm pretty sure it was scripted, but I almost feel like they said, just go for it.
Just go for it, yeah.
This is what the scene is about.
Exactly.
Go for it.
Yeah, right. And you got Eddie Murphy ad-libbing.
Oh my God.
Her crazy ass. That shit that's beautiful.
It almost feels like they just said, just go for it.
Yeah, right.
That felt like a real conversation that would have been had Marcus found out something like
real
that.
Shit.
That would have been a real conversation.
Because when Jacqueline came back, he was pissed the fuck off.
Oh, he was mad.
He was hot. What the fuck you doing talking about her about what we do in bed?
Oh, he was mad. He was mad. Which, once again, that's a boomerang effect because most men would be proud that she's spreading around that he good in bed.
Right.
But he was on some like, I don't want nobody knowing what we do in bed.
Right.
And that's normally the women would do that though.
Right. But he in a different situation now though, because now it's like, damn. Like you said, I'm the bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pretty much. You know what I mean?
The power dynamic changed.
Completely.
It changed.
Completely.
And what was funny was like, as he was trying to tell her how mad he was.
Right.
Jacqueline really didn't give a fuck.
She was laughing at the nigga.
She was like, shit, my bad. I didn't think it was that serious.
She was like, come on, Marcus.
Yeah, like.
Come on, Marcus. What are we doing here?
We just having sex. Like, I wasn't even that serious. Matter of fact, she probably thought about it like this. I'm helping you out. I'm telling 200 women you good in bed. What you tripping on? But he was in his feelings.
Exactly. That's the whole point.
But here's the thing I want to get to before we move on. Do you think Marcus was in love with Jacqueline or in lust?
I think it was more lust than anything, man, because I don't think he even really knew what love was yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He still was infatuated by her and her surface level shit.
Yeah, her looks.
You know, how bad she was, you know what I mean? That type of shit. I don't think he looked at her. He looked at her like I said, like an accomplishment. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I conquered this goal. She's so bad, nobody thought I could knock her down. I did. And then once I did, I realized she got a little more than just that. You know what I mean? But I don't think it was love though, because I don't think he really understood what it's like to feel like that until later. You know what I mean? So
yeah, he found out about love later.
Later, you know what I'm saying? Later on,
love smacked him up upside the head a little bit later,
as it does. You know what I mean? So
they were at dinner. She explained to him like she didn't think it was that big of a deal.
Right.
They go outside. Strange started tripping.
Yeah, wilding out.
Jacqueline checks her and like, you going to the goddamn video shooter. We gonna sue your ass.
We have to.
Like,
right.
You under contract. Ain't no, you don't want to do it. You been paid already.
You already signed in the dotted line.
You signed it. You gonna sue the hell out of your ass.
Period. So
they send her on her way.
Right.
Marcus is still out there tripping.
Yeah, he in his feelings for real now though.
He damn near want to cry. Bro.
Yeah, he do.
I feel like he want to cry.
You need to look at him though. He was hurt though, man.
You know, when you start looking up, you can't look at the person you're trying to talk to because you kind of want the tears start.
Right.
He was in that mode.
No eye contact.
You don't want no eye contact. He looking up, talking.
Right.
That's usually when somebody about to cry.
Yeah, it's a problem, man. You don't hurt his man feelings. You know what I mean?
But the issue I'm having with this scene is like, bruh, if you feeling a certain way about her, tell the truth.
Right.
Don't tell her, well, maybe we should go separate ways. You know you don't want to go separate ways with her.
Real shit.
You know you don't want to see this woman walk away from you.
Shit.
So why you gonna play yourself and tell her to walk away?
Because his ego won't allow him to do it. You know what I mean? That's the fucking problem. You know what I mean? You got to get off that bullshit.
You got to get off that
and stop playing with yourself, man. You either you want this shit or not.
Yeah.
Stop playing with yourself. You know what I mean? Because you gonna let this shit get away and you really gonna miss it.
You really gonna miss it.
But you want to act all hard and shit because you in your feelings. Fuck all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to be with her or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like real shit. And still playing games with himself. So.
And maybe the reason why he didn't check his ego and tell her how he really felt is that he probably knew in the back of his mind she probably still be on some player shit like
real shit.
I really don't want to do that with you right now.
And it's hard for him to trust the fact that if she could, you know what I mean? So it's like it's a thin line, you know what I mean?
It's a thin line.
You walking that shit.
Yeah.
So it's tough, man. You know what I mean? So I feel it, you know, but you gotta make the right choice though. You know what I mean? It was, you know, and eventually he did, you know.
He pick and chose when he wanted to get in his feelings about shit.
Right.
And he didn't man up at the times he could have manned up and kind of reversed the.
Yeah, he could have.
He didn't. He never did.
He didn't. No, you're right. He didn't.
He kind of stayed in simp mode so long that Jacqueline was like, no, we're going to keep you right in that box.
Right.
You're going to stay in simp mode.
Stay there. Right. And he was like cool with it. Like, all right. He was like, all right. You say so long as you keep giving me some pussy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's cool. You know?
Because honestly, going back to the New Orleans trip, all he had to be is like, well, you go back to the hotel. I'm about to knock some other shit down.
Right. I'm out. I'll see you later.
I'll see you later.
Right. Keep doing you like you've been doing.
Keep doing you.
Know what I mean?
I'm about to knock off like 6 of them tonight and I'm going to keep it pushing.
Right.
He goes to the hotel and just like simp mode number 1.
Right.
So I felt like there were certain parts in the movie where he could have really checked Jacqueline by just standing up and being a man.
Right.
Without even yelling at her, no extra shit.
No, just continue to do what you normally do. You know
As they say now, standing on business. He just could have just stood on business.
Right.
And she would have respected that.
Right.
Because Jacqueline was the type of woman like, you got to be that way with her.
Right. You have to.
You have to.
Because if she like I said, she's hunting. So while she out there hunting, if she sees some weakness, she gonna pounce on that shit.
She
and gonna take over. Like, okay, you can't show no weakness. You gotta keep showing me that you still are. You show me who you are.
Yeah.
In the beginning, you can't switch up on me.
Yeah.
You gonna catch feelings and get soft on the nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so she's gonna take advantage of that.
She gonna take advantage.
You know?
Now, do you feel like Jacqueline was smashing other dudes too? Or do you think she was really exclusive and she really liked Marcus like that?
I think she had an opportunity to, but I think, the type of woman that she is, she would only have one man at a time.
Gotcha.
Because this type of woman that she is, I don't see her being out here just fucking niggas.
Yeah.
She don't seem like that type of woman.
Because it might fuck up her bag too.
Yeah, right.
They show a better job on some crazy shit.
Right,
So
right.
you're right. She would only do one dude at a
It
time.
seemed like that. And she knew, but the thing is, she don't need a nigga though. If she wants to fuck, she will. That's
true.
You know,
That's true.
So she's like, you know.
She was so bad, she wouldn't have to chase nobody.
Right. I'm sure she got call what the fuck she want whenever she wants type of shit, you know.
Yeah.
But it's probably good to have a dude, you know, if you can find somebody you want to fuck with. And it seemed like she was fucking with him like that, but she didn't want what he wanted. You know what I mean? He wanted way more than what she wanted, you know.
Feel like he wanted a relationship.
And that's the point.
Yeah.
She wasn't on that shit. She was like, no, come on, we fucking around. We having a good time.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean?
Which was so weird because him being an executive, her being an executive, if he would have just played his role, they could have had a lot of fun together just fucking around. They could have had a whole lot of fun together.
Right. But he got it in his feelings and shit. Yeah, you on that ego bullshit. No, this mine. I don't want nobody else.
Right.
No. And I'm like, come on, bro.
That's what it really was about. This is mine. I don't want nobody else getting what I get.
Come on. You gotta fall back.
But she was only going to give it to you, bro.
Regardless.
You didn't even have to trip like that.
Relax, bro.
She's an executive. She out here fucking like that.
That's what I'm saying. But niggas get all in their feelings and egotistical and be like, nah, man, it's mine.
We go from the breakup on the corner. Jacqueline walks away.
Right.
The very next day, he comes into the office. He's the laughing stock of the entire office. It's women coming down the steps, walking past him, laughing at him.
Everybody.
Like he might be coming at 9. They heard this bullshit at 6 a.m. about him.
Right. They got all the tea the night before.
They got all the tea.
However they got it back in the 90s, nigga, they told everybody in the office. Everybody knew that this nigga is a clown now. He done simped up to her ass.
That he called his mama after sex.
Called his mama.
She told him everything.
Everything. They laughing at him. Every single one of them chicks that was smiling in his face when he first got there, all laughing at him.
And then Jacqueline turns around with a big smile. Good morning, Marcus.
Good morning.
Like, I just ruined you in this office.
Super giggle session right afterwards.
Super giggle. Super giggle.
And this nigga walking through here with his head down looking like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. He knew he played himself.
Of course, yeah. I mean, he's in his feelings even more now.
Yeah.
He feeling destroyed inside.
Yeah.
That's what you, I mean.
He knew he played himself.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That office interaction took him into a kind of a spiral of, like, he was depressed.
No, he was hurt, man.
He was hurt. He was depressed.
Feelings. I mean, all them chicks that you was showing you so much love for so long, and this chick come around and change your whole life in a matter of 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now you reduced to this type of person compared to who he was 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? That'll change your whole soul. Yeah. I mean, quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he like, damn.
And that's his workplace. So it's like, no matter what happens after all this, you still got to see these women.
Right. And then there it goes. The boomerang again. You know what I mean? Same shit.
The same old shit.
You know what I mean?
So honestly, the yams you could have got, you might not even get none of the office yams no more.
Nah, no. That's why it's a wrap for that. They don't respect you the same no more. You know what I mean? You lost a lot of respect.
You a clown now.
Yeah, man. You done lost a lot of respect.
You a clown. You a big simp. You a clown. Even the lowest level secretary there is like, I'm cool on dude.
Yeah. You might have to catch the temps, the new ones coming in.
The new one, the fresh meat, as they call them. You catch the temps coming in because he wasn't going to get no high level booty no more.
That's a wrap. Yeah.
and maybe, see, this is the cold game of Jacqueline. Maybe that was the point of her doing that. I'm gonna make sure he ain't gonna be able to knock nothing down.
Yeah, you never know with her, man.
You don't know. You don't know what her objective is.
Right.
You know, but you know she's an executive, so she's thinking shit through.
For sure.
Marcus, like we've been saying, he in his feelings.
Yeah, right.
Jacqueline thinking this whole shit through.
Exactly.
How's this gonna play out? Am I gonna end up in HR?
Right.
She done thought all this shit out.
2 steps ahead.
She way ahead of them, which goes back to women. It's easier for a woman to be sneaky than men.
Oh,
because they think it through.
Think it completely through.
They think it all the way through.
They already have that shit mapped out, man.
They already got it mapped out.
I mean? So, I mean, and especially when a dude is in his feelings, he's not even thinking about what she's thinking about.
Correct.
All you thinking about is trying to get what you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And her mind is somewhere else. I mean, completely different from where you at.
Completely.
You know what I mean?
Completely.
So,
that's why the whole thing of it's harder on a man when he finds out his woman cheats, because we know they've been thinking about who they've been cheating with for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
It's been thought out.
It's been on their mind.
It's been on their mind.
So
they've been wanting to fuck their coworker dude who's been giving her compliments and shit like that.
The opportunity hasn't presented itself.
It was just an opportunity.
And
so all they got to come up with is me and my girls are going to go on a trip.
Right.
And when actually she in Monterey with a whole nother dude for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
The coworker.
Right.
Women think that shit through.
Right. They know what
a dude, he'll just be in the bathroom fucking a coworker. Like, we just do dumb shit. Like, we'll just be in the bathroom and literally fucking a coworker in the bathroom. We'll get caught in the bathroom fucking somebody.
It's awful, man.
We don't even think none of this shit through. We don't think about none of this shit through.
But that's the different dynamic between the man and the woman, man.
It is totally.
Niggas is a lot more impulsive and just
correct.
Like, let's just like animalistic nature, that right heat of the moment type of shit.
It's a heat of the moment thing. Heat of the moment and opportunity.
Yeah, right. And niggas will find that real quick.
Yeah, find it real quick, and it be on like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So now we get to Marcus is in a spiral of depression.
He's losing it.
And Angela sees this. And Angela takes him to some art school where she's volunteering to teach kids.
Yeah, the kids, yeah.
To try to cheer him up. And it kind of works.
Yeah, right.
Kind of cheers him up a little bit, but he's still kind of like, I still miss Jacqueline.
Yeah, he in his feelings still. He can't help it.
He like, the kids made me feel a little better.
Right.
But Jacqueline made me feel a lot better.
He's still lost in that shit. He's still lost in that shit.
What else you say? Lost in the sauce?
Yeah, man.
Still lost in the sauce.
Super lost in that shit. But, I mean, thank God for Angela, though.
Thank God for Angela.
For real.
Angela was like his saving grace.
Yeah, man.
It was his save. Cause it was, like we've been saying, it's 200 women that's in that damn office.
Right.
She the only one that thought about what he was going through.
Right.
She's the only one.
Right. Right. And actually gave a fuck. You know what I mean?
Actually gave a fuck and actually wanted to kind of help him see another way through the depression or whatever he was going through.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it was so clear.
Right.
You know, he wasn't working. Matter of fact, she approached Jacqueline and said, whatever you doing to him, could you stop doing it to him?
She did say that. And she's like, damn, what you mean?
Yeah,
like,
bitch, you all up in our shit.
Right. What the fuck you mean? Don't worry about him. He will be all right.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
But Jacqueline,
you're right. She did say that.
Angela showed right there that she had Marcus's back by even approaching her boss.
Real shit.
On some bullshit.
Yeah, and this was more about work than anything.
It was more about work. It was definitely about work.
Right.
But she's approaching her boss.
Yeah, right.
You got to be down for whatever to do some shit like that.
Real shit.
Because your boss could be like, bitch, you know what? Take 2 weeks off.
Right.
Since you all in my shit.
Seriously.
Jacqueline really could have went there with her.
Because they both knew what was going on.
Everybody knew.
They had the conversations about it too. They was doing it, giggling about the shit a couple times. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, she was kind of a little savage for asking her, even saying that to her.
She was a savage for that.
Yeah, right.
Even though but the only thing that saved her is, like you said, it was work related.
Yeah, right.
So Jacqueline really couldn't get on her about it because it was only about work.
Yeah, right.
She didn't say, I'm trying to smash Marcus too.
Nah,
she just said, yo, it's messing with his work.
Yeah, right. And it was.
It
really was.
Because he told that one dude, go make whatever commercial.
Go make whatever commercial you want. It's all on you, man. You got
it. Mr. Nasty to make whatever type of commercial he wanted to make.
He asked twice. He said, whatever you want. Whatever I want. He said, yeah, God. Man, you got it, man. You got it.
That is the last dude you give that much freedom to.
No, man, that shit he made was some crazy shit.
That shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. Crazy.
There's no way in the world I was making no TV.
It was crazy to the point to where that nigga's about to get fired over that shit. Right. Jacqueline saved his job.
Real shit. They was about to fire him.
Jacqueline said they was going to fire. They was going to let you go. They was going to let you go over this damn commercial. He's like, she said, I talked him into keeping you.
Right. Yeah, that's when they kind of rekindled a little bit.
That's when but that, once again, Jacqueline being in her masculine part was letting him know, I'm still running this shit.
Running this shit regardless.
You only got a job because of me, bro.
Right.
You only getting pussy because of me.
Right.
You only got a job because of me.
Right. Especially now, because they was going to let your ass go. Especially now. That dumb shit you just pulled because you was in your fucking feelings about me and shit. Let this nigga do this crazy ass fucking
video.
And
you never even watched it before you showed it to the people, man.
She pulled out a goddamn, what was it?
The perfume
fragrance from her.
Screaming loud as hell.
Oh, that shit was crazy, man. That's some wild shit.
But bruh,
I love it.
You are an executive. You didn't watch the commercial before these dudes flew in from Paris.
Right.
To watch this bullshit.
He was lost in the sauce, brother.
He was gone.
Super lost.
He was gone. And you could tell right there, Jacqueline, when she talked to him and told him that she kept the job, you could see the look of disappointment in her, kind of like a parent and a child.
Right.
It's like, damn, I thought you was going to get all A's.
Yeah, right.
You just got F's.
You just fucked it all up.
You just fucked. I sent you to private school.
Right.
You got all F's, bro. That's how she was looking at him, like, bro.
She looked defeated. You know what I mean? Like, come on,
She looked defeated because she gave him the keys.
Yeah, right. Because had he stayed in the right frame of mind, he would have done great.
He would have done the right, because he would have checked dude. He'd be like, nah, we ain't doing all that crazy shit.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So
because in the beginning of the movie, he checked dude about the banana with the cherries.
Right. And the dude said, no, I see a nipple. I'm drooling. I'm drooling. Strange was something
else, my
boy.
God. Strange was crazy. Matter of fact, a quick tidbit off subject. The nipple scene, that was Melvin Van Peebles.
Oh, yeah?
Was the old dude that was editing. That was Mario Van Peebles' dad.
Oh, that's his dad.
That's his pops.
Right.
Rest in peace. He's gone now. That was Melvin Van Peebles. And that scene where they were looking at the nipple was an actual scene that was supposed to make it in the movie.
Really?
It never made it.
Okay.
But they just kept that editing scene where they were sitting there looking at the editing. Yeah. But it was an actual scene where she took off all her clothes and walked through a goddamn mall.
Yeah, I remember because they had to film it somewhere. I'm like, they filmed it
in the mall.
Right.
And it was just like, this was 1992.
Right.
And the movie people wasn't letting Eddie do all that shit. We ain't about to let you let this black bitch walk through this goddamn mall naked. In 1992.
Nah, that's a bit much.
So they had to cut that out the movie, but they did keep the nipple part.
They kept it in there for the
They kept that little part in there, and And like I said, rest in peace to Melvin Van Peebles. Rest in peace. That was dope that Eddie Murphy put him in the movie because he didn't have to put him in the movie.
No, he didn't.
He didn't have to put him in the movie at all.
That whole scene is dope though. Man.
It's dope. It's dope. So now we get to Gerard's parents.
Oh boy.
They have a dinner at Marcus's crib because Marcus got the fly black bachelor crib.
Yes, sir. Yes,
the fly bachelor crib.
Super fly bachelor.
Super fly.
In New York, downtown Manhattan, somewhere like that.
It's like, what's your rent? Like $15,000 a month, bro? Like,
he was.
What you doing out here?
He was good. He was good. Executive, man. You know what I mean? He getting that along.
Getting that New Jack City, buddy. What's going on?
For real. That shit was nice, boy. That's some player shit right there. Some real player shit.
Right.
For real.
So Gerard's parents, John Witherspoon and Bebe Drake, who are playing Mr. and Mrs. Jackson.
Yeah.
They come over. They bring a bucket of chitlins.
A trough of
chitlins. The huge bucket.
Right.
The huge painter's bucket. Like you getting ready to paint a building type bucket.
Full of chitlins.
They come over. Everybody hugged the parents because clearly they all friends. They know the parents.
Right.
And the first thing the mama says is, she looks like one of Marcus's girls. That's deep.
Yeah, it says a lot right there.
That says everything.
Like, damn, she is a baddie and
she's a baddie.
And what is she doing with my son?
Thank you.
What is she
doing? She's above my son's pay.
Right. What is she doing with this man? Is he paying this chick or what the fuck is going on?
She's definitely, the mother understands she is above my son's pay grade.
Right.
My son is a square because I raised him to be a square.
Exactly.
And this bitch is bad.
Yes. She's a baddie.
She's a baddie. Even with no makeup on.
For real.
She's bad.
Halle fucking Berry. I mean, come on. But even the dad, he's like, Agatha? What's her name?
Oh, yeah.
Angela? He's like, once he got that name down, he realized like, God damn.
He kissed her on the hand like 15 times before he let it go. Like, God damn, you going to just keep kissing her on the hand?
Right.
It's like, she's a cutie.
But see, then you start to see, like, when they're having dinner, the dynamic between Angela and him. You know what I mean? Like
you start seeing it.
Yeah, like a little, the back and forth between them two. It makes them seem like, okay, they might be an okay type of little couple together. You know what I mean?
You kind of felt like they could work in another lifetime.
Right.
Just not while she crushing on Marcus.
No.
If Marcus is around, he's the son.
Indeed.
And she gonna rotate around the son.
Right.
I don't know who the fuck you is.
Right.
But she's crushing on Marcus.
Heavy.
And that was kind of the issue. I feel like, and this is what I feel like. I feel like if Marcus would have sat them two down and literally would have said out his own mouth, I don't have no feelings for you, Angela.
Right.
And my partner really likes you. So we will never be nothing. If he'd have put his foot down and said it like that, I feel like Angela would have still rolled with Gerard.
Yeah, she probably would have.
But because there was that gray line.
And it was the window was still open. You know what I mean?
It was still open.
Yeah.
It was still kind of like,
Right.
He ain't told me he wouldn't fuck me.
Right. So, I mean, hey, there's still a possibility.
There's still a possibility.
Right.
So we actually might be talking about in this movie 2 women who were playing him for a fool.
Yeah.
Cause what if Angela's whole thing was, I'm gonna be cool with his partner.
Right.
Cause dudes do it all the time.
Oh, constantly.
She like, I'm gonna be cool with his partner, but when the time strikes, I'm getting on him.
Right.
Because it felt like that's what she did that night.
I mean, yeah, because you look at the whole night after the dinner was great and everything and they had a good time talking and shit. She's still there. You know what I mean?
She's still there.
Helping clean up or whatever.
She could have left. Everybody else left.
All right. And they end up falling asleep on the couch together. And this nigga Marcus is Marcus at the end of the day.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He it's like in him. He can't help it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a chick next to him, nigga. It's, it's late night. The mood is this and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And obviously she fed right into it.
She fed right into it. She already was feeling him.
She already was.
It's kind of, it is what it is.
You know what I mean? And you can see it building up as the movie went along. You know what I mean? You can see it from when they had the conversation on the airplane, the conversation about Jacqueline, other type of shit, and it just kind of progressed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you could see the dynamic building.
Yeah.
And then that was the culmination of it that night. You know what I mean? And it's a wrap. Once that happened, then fireworks. You know what I mean?
This could be me being petty in this, because I love this movie to death.
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
But I have a nitpick. The only nitpick I got in this whole film was I didn't like the sped up process from when they had sex, him and Angela,
right,
to them becoming a fucking couple. The next scene, they were a couple.
Yeah, hella quick.
And then the next scene, she was living with him.
Yeah, right. That was
had her art shit all in his damn man cave.
You didn't get to see how it progressed.
You didn't see none of that progress.
Right.
I felt like they should have showed them going on dates, like really having a relationship.
Right. Show a little more background.
Show some background. I understand it's a movie. You only got a limited time.
Right.
But you went from one night at dinner, kiss, sex, we a full-blown couple.
Right.
Even at the job, we like lovey-dovey.
Even after they separated, there was a time lapse again where he didn't see her for I guess a few months, where she moved on to a new job and became a new executive somewhere else.
Yeah, she was a boss somewhere else.
That's what I'm saying. So the time lapse, they just didn't give it to us the way they should have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just like we didn't know. So I feel you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to explain in filmmaker terms.
Right.
They probably ran out of money toward the end of the film.
Okay.
And was like, we're over budget.
Right.
We got to speed this up.
Right. So we can't put those scenes in there.
We can't put them scenes in there. We don't have enough time to draw this whole thing out.
Right.
So let's just wrap it up real quick.
Right.
And they did a pretty decent job.
Because we knew what was going on.
We knew.
So
we
you know
knew.
what I mean? Right.
It was just like, it was a jump cut type. It was like jumping too fast.
Yeah, right.
Cause you were just on Jacqueline.
Exactly.
All of a sudden you in love with a whole nother person?
Right, that quick, right.
Fast. Which put me in like, damn, Marcus, you a super simp, brother. God damn, bro.
You feel like that though. It's real shit. Like, you just be falling in love with
you fell in love with her and then you fall in love with her, bro. And both times because you had sex with her one time.
Right, nigga. You losing it quick, boy. What are we doing?
What are you doing, man? You need the big homies to get with you. Or something. You need some OGs in your life.
He get in his feelings real quick, man.
He get in his feelings fast.
And especially now. He done got done over once already. So now he open to it now. Now every other chick he sleep with, he kind of got his guard up a little bit.
It's dope to see. It's dope to see. Now I want to get back to the dinner. Mm-hmm. So another little gem that I told you I was going to drop in this podcast was like, a lot of people might not know that John Witherspoon's character, Mr. Jackson, he was not supposed to be in the film.
Oh, really?
He was not supposed to be in the film.
Huh.
The film was already done.
Oh, really?
The whole film was done. And Eddie requested to get John in. That whole scene, the bang, bang, bang and all that stuff, that was all John Witherspoon. Yeah. None of that was in the script. None of that was in the script.
I can see that.
Eddie knew John Witherspoon was so good he was going to kill the scene, and he did.
Oh, yeah.
Because still to this day, people know what bang, bang, bang means.
One of the classics.
Still to this, and when you say coordinate, everybody knows what that means.
Everybody know. The mushrooms, boy.
And none of that was scripted.
That's dope.
He flew in John Witherspoon to do that one scene. He sent him the wardrobe. He said, pick out the weirdest shit you see. That's when he came with the mushroom and the belt and all that shit. Right, yeah. And he said, we gonna hit record and we gonna go at it.
Let y'all go.
And one take. That's how good Witherspoon was with all that.
That's dope.
One take, Jake. It was gone.
That's art, man.
That's art.
That's pure art. You know,
that's art.
You gotta love that.
That's why he was revered as one of the dopest comedians that was kind of underrated.
Right.
Because he can be spontaneous like that.
Yeah. And he was dope, man.
He was dope. Rest in peace. John Witherspoon.
Definitely.
So now we go from them kissing, him and Angela kissing and stuff. So we go to the pool hall scene with Marcus and his boys.
Yeah.
They kicking it. They just chopping it up. Marcus mentions, he asked Gerard, so you're not really tripping off of Angela or nothing, right?
Right.
Gerard is lying. Saying
I'm not really tripping. It don't matter to me. Just acting like it don't really mean much.
I want to say he said something about, I had to let her go.
Yeah, he did say something like that. He did.
You had to let her go.
Right.
She's the baddie.
Come on. we know better. We know better than that.
Yeah, Marcus looked at him like, okay.
You sure about that?
You sure?
Yeah, you're right.
Good?
Right.
So you wouldn't trip if somebody wanted to holler at her. Oh, no, I ain't tripping.
What's your mouth say?
So he looks at Marcus. He knows Marcus's demeanor.
Yeah, right.
He know Marcus is up to something.
Yeah, he know his partner. He know him very well.
He know his partner, so he had to ask him, did you sleep with her?
Right. You knocked that shit down.
And I want to say he didn't answer.
At first he didn't know. He didn't have to answer though. Once he
didn't have to answer.
Once he didn't answer, you already knew.
And then the look on Gerard's face was like, not again.
Right.
Not again, bro.
Right. Come on, man. Not this one.
Not this one.
Not this one.
And he was like, why you gotta have all the women?
Right. I mean, and you think about your friend and you think about the type of person he is. You really want to make your boy feel like that. That's your partner.
Yeah, that's your partner.
You know, at least it should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But again, it speaks to Marcus, and the only thing he gives a fuck about is his own shit.
Yeah.
He ain't thinking about his homie. He ain't thinking about none of that shit. She happened to be in a position. He ain't think nothing about Gerard. He's like, I'm just gonna knock this shit down.
Right.
You know what I mean? But again, if that's your homie though, and that's your real partner, you wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're not supposed to be doing that to you.
But what I'm saying, but in his mind, he just so focused on the shit that he wants. I'm gonna get some pussy.
Yeah.
You know, type of shit.
Yeah.
So it showed more of his character, who Marcus is too. You know what I mean?
Marcus be on he be on some conquest shit.
Yeah, right.
He see it, I gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
And it's like, no, bro, you don't have to have it, bro. You can let it go. You can let it go.
It ain't so serious.
Yeah, it ain't that serious, man. Let your partner have some.
Right,
Man. Like,
exactly.
dude, calm down, man.
And this is your homie though, man.
This is your homie.
Come on, man.
He even said, like, you like a brother to me.
Exactly.
You're not supposed to treat your brother like that.
Come on, man.
Give him some scraps.
But the thing is, in Marcus's mind, he don't even think about it. It just happened. He's
It's
like,
natural.
Yeah, he don't even think about it.
It's a natural thing.
What he do, like, fuck. Then he think about later, like, damn, oh shit, I think it's too late now.
Yeah.
You know,
he realizes later that he hurts people's feelings when he do shit like that.
Right.
Whether it's the woman or his own homeboys, you're hurting people.
People, period.
Right.
Period.
You hurting people.
Right.
Just because of your desires.
Exactly.
It's 7 billion women in New York City, 7 million or whatever and shit. It's like,
right.
You don't have to sleep with your friend's woman.
Man, there's so much more you can do.
So many women out there.
Right. But it's just a cold
You work with 200 women.
That's
what the hell, man?
It's a cold game, man. But that's the thing with people, though. People always hurt people that's closest to them, unfortunately.
That's true.
So
That's true. That's true.
Unfortunately.
We get to a point where Marcus and Jacqueline are celebrating a good commercial.
Right.
That the people in Paris came and they liked.
And that one was good.
And that was good. And they approved it.
Right.
And they have this little talk. Mm-hmm. And during that talk, Marcus gets feelings again. These things come up.
Yeah, well, he's in her presence and he's feeling her vibe again. Like, oh shit, he getting those same feelings he was
getting them feelings
back again because she's in his face. You know what I mean? And she's still badass Jacqueline,
man,
like looking beautiful as ever. You know,
and she giving him his props. She it's good to see the old Marcus back.
Right.
She's like, it's good to see you back.
And he started feeling his Mac Daddy vibes again.
He started getting the Mac Daddy vibes.
Go like it says Jet Magazine.
Then it ends with her like right in his face.
Yeah.
Now. Yeah. This is what I want to ask you. After it faded from her being in his face, do you think they had sex or not? Because he came home late that night, but we never saw whether they had sex or not.
I think he did because.
So you think they did? Okay.
Because just because of his vibe when he came home, he walking in the house just looking all suspect and shit, walking around the bed and shit all slow, sliding in the bed. Nigga only act like that if you did something wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you just got in the bed and just was walking in the house, but nigga, you walking in like trying to sneak in the bed like you just look fishy. You know what I mean?
And that was on the cinematographer side, that was a dope shot when he got in the bed and her eyes was closed and her eyes just opened up. Like nigga, she was woke the whole time, bro. And every woman is like that. Right, nigga, you ain't never sneaking in.
No, nigga, she heard you open the door, nigga.
She don't have to make a move in that bed.
No.
She heard you come in the house, bro.
Nigga, she know when the fuck you got home, nigga. Fuck you think? Come on, stop playing games.
He tried to slide in the bed.
Whatever, nigga. Stop playing.
That was a dope shot. Her just open her eyes like, got you.
Yeah.
Got you. I really like that shot.
That was dope. That was really dope.
So, so the next morning, he tries to, which was weird. You would think that if you cheated on your woman, the next morning, you making eggs and bacon, like you being super nice the next morning.
Right.
He kind of walks in the kitchen and doesn't say nothing to her.
Yeah, which I don't understand.
That was weird, bro.
Yeah, right. But I think
that was weird, man.
But I think he felt bad about what he did.
He felt bad.
He felt like
guilty.
He felt guilty. Like, fuck, man. Like, I know I shouldn't have did that shit. Because that's the vibes he was giving off. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because she was looking at him like, nigga, like, what's up with you?
Yeah. You know? She was looking at him like, explain yourself.
Yeah, right.
I just want to hear explanation.
Right. Say something.
But he didn't say nothing.
Yeah, right.
She had to start the conversation.
Exactly. So,
which made it worse for him.
Exactly. Right. You already know you in the wrong as it is.
You in the wrong, bro.
As it is.
You came in the house 5 in the morning.
And then you gonna come out here with like a lightweight attitude type of shit. You know what I mean? Like, you tripping.
Yeah,
you inviting trouble, you know?
Then he said something to the fact of, he saw Jacqueline again and feelings came up and blah, blah. But he never, correct me if I'm wrong, he never admitted to having sex.
No, he didn't. He didn't. He never admitted to it.
He said he took a walk.
Yeah, that's what he said.
So that's why I was asking you, like, do you think they had sex?
I think it's just some of his bullshit he was throwing up. He was just throwing some bullshit.
Think he knocked him down?
Yeah, I know he did, man. I know niggas like that, man. He knocked that shit down. Telling you, Chris. He knocked it down.
One last time.
He deflecting like a motherfucker. He like, nah, I went on the walk to clear my head. Nigga, I know what that means.
He knocked it down one last time.
Right. Yeah, he went to clear his shit. Okay.
She said the one line that everybody still remembers to this day. Love should have brought your ass home last night. Pushed him, gave him a little mush in the head and stuff like that.
Right.
And that was that one line that I think most women who saw it back then, they still remember that to this day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And they still will quote it to their man to this day.
For real shit. And obviously she felt like he did because the way how pissed off she was. You know what I mean?
She was mad.
She was pissed the fuck off. She's like, I'm through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she was heated.
Love should have brought your ass home last
She was
night.
heated almost like Jacqueline sent her a picture of them fucking.
Right.
She was mad like that.
Right. So in her mind, he did.
He did.
You know what I mean? It was a wrap because she was done.
Right.
Like, I'll come get my shit later. Nigga, I'm out.
She was mad.
Right.
She was mad.
Right.
Mad. Yeah.
And then, like I said, after she dipped, it was like she was gone for a while.
Yeah.
Hella long.
She started, she hit reset and said, I'm about to get him out of my system.
Right.
And I feel like, honestly, if Marcus would never came back in her life, she would have been fine.
Oh, she would have been great. She was fine either way. You know
she was good regardless.
Right.
She became they said she was a creative director or something at the new job.
Right.
She was a boss. She was clearly giving people orders.
Running the whole shit.
So she would have been okay.
And she was doing great for herself.
She was doing great.
Right.
Marcus did some slimy shit. He went and got the two little kids from the art school.
Yeah, right. Just trying to.
Cause he knew how she felt about them kids.
Using whatever bait he could use.
He used whatever bait he could to get in the door.
Right.
And say his speech.
Right.
Actually, I really liked the final scene. I really liked how that played out because that's kind of how it really is.
Yeah, right.
You give your last ditch effort. Yeah, right. Baby, I love you. Right. I can't breathe without you.
Right.
We've all been there. Yeah. We've said that last speech.
Man, this is all or nothing, man.
Man, it's the Hail Mary.
This is it.
It's the Hail Mary.
This gonna make or break this shit. You know what I mean?
He threw the Hail Mary.
Right.
And she said something that he knew had her back. She said, I'm scared.
Right.
She was crying too when she said it.
Yeah, because she really was.
Because she was scared.
But she still had the feelings for him, though.
She still had the feelings. Yeah, she still had the feelings. Yeah. I feel naturally, I ain't gonna say most women, I'm gonna say all women don't want to walk through life by themselves.
No, they don't.
So when she say something like she's scared, she don't want to do this by herself.
Right. And she don't want to be fucking hurt again.
She don't want to be hurt.
You know what I mean?
She don't want to go through that shit.
Right.
I've seen aunties and my female cousins, stuff like that. To the world, they look strong black women.
Right.
But I've seen them vulnerable like that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know what it's like when
where they crying like little girls.
Yeah, right. Because that shit, and everybody feels that pain on some level.
Everybody.
You're going to feel it, you know what I mean? But it's just about how you deal with it and how you choose to let it out, to allow people to see it, and not, you know what I mean? And so everybody does it different. Yeah. You know what I mean?
So they did. Yeah. So she says, I'm scared.
Uh-huh.
He says, I am too. They kiss. Mm-hmm. It ends. That's pretty much the end of the movie. Right. They have one other scene when they walk down the street, but it's not nothing major.
Yeah, right.
But all in all, I feel like it was a great film, great effort from Eddie Murphy. Awesome. It was excellent how he made it more black than I've ever seen on the screen.
Real talk, man. Real talk, man.
More black people than I've ever seen on the screen. But it was beautiful.
And so many great actors in that movie.
It was. The list just goes all the way down.
All those people that was in that movie are all like legends now, man.
Yeah, everybody.
All of them. You know
everybody. It was a great, great movie.
Great cast, man.
What would you rate it, scale from 1 to 10, and why?
Man, I mean, to me, honestly, Boomerang is in, like, as far as classic movies go for me, it's in my top 10. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Well,
you know what? Let me explain it. A 7 is a good movie.
Right.
A 8 is a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
A 9 is an excellent movie. And then 10 is a classic, like perfect masterpiece.
I mean, it's at least 9 for me. You know what I mean?
That's a good one.
You know what I mean? Because it's super up there, man. This embodies so much of what our culture is like as black folks and the way we deal with relationships and issues is bigger than just the, you know, the things you see as far as the business and how cultured these people are and how much money they have, but it's real relationship shit. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And it's showing how people really deal with this shit and the feelings and it's so real. You know what I mean? Cause we know how that shit goes. We've been through this type of shit. So when you get movies like that can talk to you every time you see it, I've seen this movie, I don't know how many times. I've seen it, I can at least say at least 50 times, if not more. You know what I mean? And every time I watch it, it's still something if it's on TV, I'm going to watch it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's one of those. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's like a baby boy. It's going to be on TV so much, you got to watch it.
I told you last night, I got home last night and 11 o'clock at night, it was on BET. So I watched it again. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's one of those movies. So it's definitely up there for me. I would give it at least a 9.
A 9 is solid.
Yeah.
I'm a go ahead and go with the 9 also.
Yeah.
I feel like culturally, this was a huge movie for black people back then.
Definitely.
But even more now, because I feel like that movie was ahead of its time.
Definitely.
Because you don't even see all black movies now.
Yeah.
He did this shit 30 years ago.
Right.
When Hollywood was definitely like, hell no, y'all can't do this.
And it's still culturally relevant right now.
And it's still relevant. The story, the relationships are still what people deal with right now.
Same shit, man.
He was way ahead of his time.
Right.
I feel like a 9 is solid. I feel like 9 is solid. I've always enjoyed the movie. I will always love the movie.
Me too, man.
It would definitely be a movie that as I get older, like now I have grandkids, once they get to a certain age, I'm going to have them watch it.
Yeah, right.
Cause they're going to be going through the same shit too.
Same shit.
Love and relationships affects everybody at some point in time in their life.
You ain't never lied, brother.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the Boomerang story was told perfect. You play people like this, you might get played yourself.
It's going to come back to you, man.
It's like, be ready.
Right. And the thing is, you don't know when it's going to happen. You don't know how it's going to happen, with who it's going to happen, but it's going to come back to you. You know what I mean? And it is great to see those stories unfold. You know what I mean? And you see how people go through it, and it kind of prepares you in a way to deal with shit. You know what I mean? Cause you get to see it. You know what I mean? So, but it's classic. I love that.
Yeah. So we're going to end it with this last question. This show was the main ingredient.
Yes, sir.
You tell me what was the main ingredient that made you feel like this was a 9. What was it? What was the one thing about this movie? It could be the scenery. It could be the casting. It could be the script writing. It could be whatever. What made you feel like it made you give it a 9?
So for me, it's the title itself. Boomerang.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? The main ingredient of the whole movie and the premise is the boomerang. You know what I mean? And the way they encapsulate that meaning of how things go around and come around within that movie is like, it's perfect. You know what I mean? It shows you the essence of how it can happen. Yeah. You know what I mean? So to me, Boomerang encapsulates everything. I mean, that's the main ingredient in this thing. It's the Boomerang. It's the name of the movie.
It's the name.
It's the name.
That's a good point of view.
On the real, because if you look at it, the whole movie is really about that. Yeah. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? And it really shows you how it goes back and forth. And not just in the sense of him and Robin, but in the sense of him and Angela, and the sense of him and his friends and their dynamic and the shit that goes around, coming around with them. It's a lot to it. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. I think that's the main ingredient in the name.
You know what? You threw me for a loop with that. I didn't think you was going to say that. The name. That's actually kind of dope. That's actually kind of dope. For me, the main ingredient was the blackness. I love seeing all those black faces. I know when I first watched it, I didn't hold it to the high regard I hold it to now.
Right.
But cause I was young, I was only 20 at the time.
Right, of course.
But seeing how culturally, how important it was to see those black faces back then. Like I said, when Hollywood was not letting us do movies like that.
92.
92?
Right.
You gonna make an all black movie?
House Party and shit like that.
Oh my God.
A couple of those.
If it wasn't stupid and goofy, they wasn't letting us do it.
Real shit.
So for this black man, and he did it with his own production company. To make a movie, and he hired who he wanted to hire.
Dope people too.
All black faces and pull it off. And it was a success.
Super success.
Because the number one thing Hollywood says, black movies don't sell, which is a fucking lie.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's a lie, the biggest lie ever.
Some of the best movies ever are black movies.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
For real.
So it's like, for me, the main ingredient was the blackness that he put into the movie the culture that he put into the movie, the love,
Right.
the story that he put in, even
Right.
the love between him and his homeboys.
Right.
That's real shit.
For real.
You got
Right.
real love for your partners
And
like
you can
that.
see it, right.
And you can see it.
Right.
And it's like, even on that one scene where Martin Lawrence's character brought them both over there to
when I
talk.
was arguing, yeah.
He was like, y'all need to talk.
We brothers.
We
you know what I mean?
brothers.
Brothers.
Talk.
Right. Real shit.
No fighting, no yelling.
Real shit.
Talk.
When you have friends like that, though, that's what I'm glad you said that, because that's a real ass scene.
Yeah.
Because we've all had that moment with
For
our
sure.
friends. We had those issues where niggas got to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know the same niggas I know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we've all been there in that type of situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but that's real. That's a real ass scene. And
That's a real scene.
You know what I mean?
Because in this movie, they're grown men.
Right.
Grown men that are friends
Right.
from the sandbox is supposed to be able to talk to each other.
Exactly.
It don't have to be no fight.
For what? You know what I mean?
Especially over a woman. It's like,
Come on now. No.
we can't talk about this.
Real shit. Especially when it's your friend like that.
When it's your friend.
That's your homie, man. That's
Yeah.
not like just some fly-by-night person. Nah, that's somebody you know very well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your dog. You know,
Yeah.
It's a little different. So you got to fix that.
You got to fix that.
You got to.
And I mean, granted, if I'm Marcus, I'm definitely going to tell my partner, like, dude, if you felt like that, you really should have said something.
Right.
Like,
Indeed.
don't lie about it.
Right, right.
Because you being like my brother, I would have left her alone
Right. And
had you said I'm in love with her.
And you know me, nigga. If you give me some little glimpse of light, nigga, I'm going to take it. So you know me,
Thank
nigga.
you.
Stop playing. You
Stop
know?
playing.
Right.
So I felt like Marcus had enough leeway to tell him. I would have told him that
Right.
on that roof deck.
Right.
I would have been like, dude, you should have just told me
Right.
that
That's it.
I really want to build with this woman.
I would've left
So
her alone.
please leave her alone, Marcus.
Right. And I would have
You
did that.
Yeah, I would have just left her alone.
For sure. Right.
I would have just left her alone. So
But those are conversations that have to be had. You know what I mean?
they have to be, and they're difficult conversations.
Yeah, right.
'Cause you're dealing with vulnerability.
Right. Right.
You're dealing with people's emotions.
For sure.
Cause you always got them partners that play it off like he don't care about a girl, but he really in love with her.
Right. But see, that's the thing,
He
though.
really in love with her.
That's the problem with a lot of black men, though, is being able to admit some shit because they think it's going to make them look a certain type of way.
Yeah.
Nigga, just be real with yourself.
Just be
That's
real.
all that matters.
Yeah.
Don't worry about how you're going to look, man.
Yeah.
Just admit to how you feel.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. And that's what problems with most niggas. They always feel like them feeling a certain type of way going to make a nigga look at them a certain type
Yeah,
of way.
they feel like they're gonna look like a sucker.
Yeah, but
You look more like a sucker by not expressing how you feel.
Exactly. Nigga, you pretending to be something you're not.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? So keep it a buck and just fuck it. Let it be what it is. You
Yeah,
know what
keep
I
it
mean?
a buck.
So,
Keep it a buck.
But people tend not to do that, and that's where we run into issues. You know what I mean? And so, you know,
But my brother Trae, I want to thank you for coming through,
for sure, brother.
doing Boomerang with me.
Hey, this is great, man. This is super dope. Man.
Tell the people where they can find you.
Man, you can find me anywhere you listen to podcasts at Facts Over Feelings. I'm co-host, me and my homie Antonio Ortega. We got a sports podcast, you know, and much love to this man. Christopher Ellis is my dog from years and years.
sure,
man.
for sure.
You know, he's the only reason why I do what I do in this podcast game. So much love to you for that, brother.
Thank you, man.
Real talk.
So, y'all just heard it from Trae where to find him. I want to thank you. Once again, my name is Chris Ellis, and this is The Main Ingredient with Chris Ellis. I'll catch you next time. Peace.